quite many people.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Audible clearly now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Screen. So before proceeding with the code, I want you people to open your Visual Studio Code and create these files and folders as provided here. That is, we have to create a controllers folder. Inside that, you have to create product controller.js. Then you have to create a models folder. Inside that models folder, you have to create product model.js. Another folder that is routes. Inside that, you have to create product route.js. And finally, you need to have your server.js. Do this much of things, and then let me know whether you people have completed it. All right? I'm giving you the time till 7:05. Do it fast.
Hello.
Yeah, is there any doubt? Any doubt is there?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I am having one doubt. My exams are going on, and tomorrow is my exam, so I want to leave the class.
No issues actually. But you have to gain the knowledge that I am in the class by simply
Yes, ma'am, but I am having a exam tomorrow.
you have the issues.
Hello.
Ma'am, your
Yeah,
voice
sure.
is too low, ma'am.
Is it so?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's
Okay. So before proceeding with the code, I need the people to install some of the dependencies. And those are. And can anyone tell me in the previous class that I have told the people how can we install the dependencies using which command?
npm install.
npm I.
npm
Okay.
command. npm package name.
Here I have to write npm install. Let's see what's there inside our package.json. We are having express, parse, and global. So here I will only be installing the modules. Why? because in this class we will be dealing with the MongoDB. That is why the dependencies that we need to install inside our backend folder. Can you please switch your mics off? I guess it's mic is on. Mongoose. So this dependency is very much needed whenever we are working with our Mongoose database. Yeah, it got installed and we can see that this is over here. So coming on to the models. So here inside the product models, what we will do, we will create a schema. First of all, let me tell you.
Ma'am, your
Today's
voice not
class-
clear.
Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, your voice
I
is
think your
not
voice not
clear and
clear,
your
ma'am.
voice is breaking, ma'am.
Maybe due to the network. Am I clear now?
No, ma'am.
Little bit, ma'am.
Hello.
I think you have to refresh your internet.
Am I clearly audible now?
No, ma'am. Your voice not clear, I think.
Ma'am, can you please speak loudly, ma'am?
Ma'am, your voice is perfectly audible. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is perfectly audible.
All right. It should be audible because my Wi-Fi is working.
No, ma'am. It's okay. Here it's okay. Your voice and screen is perfectly spinning and visible.
Okay. So where were we? What I was saying to you people?
Installing dependencies.
Yeah. So in today's class, what we are going to learn is how can we, we are learning the backend of a particular website, right? So in the backend, we will create the APIs. What did I tell in the previous class regarding the API? Does anyone remember?
API is application programming interface
And
using which we can communicate with the server.
what does API consist?
But ma'am,
basically provides the data from the server.
Ma'am, it stored the real-time data. Means if you are communicate with each other like Facebook, WhatsApp, the real-time data will be stored.
Not exactly the real-time data that provides the business logic to our different kind of functionalities present inside our website, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, say for example, we are creating an e-commerce website. All right, and over there, what you have to do is you have to update some kind of the product details. Say for example, you are owning a clothes shop and you have to make a website of your clothes shop. Over there, what you can do, you can upload the images of your clothes, you can upload the description about that material, the price of the cloth material, etc. in your website, isn't it?
yes, ma'am.
So over there, how can we do all those things? By performing CRUD operations. And the CRUD operation stands for create, read, update, and delete. So these four things are what we do usually inside our websites. That is, we create a product, we get the number of products present inside our website, we delete some kind of product if they get out of stock, and also if there occurs some exchange in prices, or if the price exceeds or if the price decreases, over there we need to update the prices as well, right?
Yes,
So in
ma'am.
today's class, we will see how can we do all those things using the logic. So for that, first thing that we need to create is our Mongoose schema. So while working with MySQL, what did we do over there? We used to create table, a relation, and we used to store our data in the form of rows and columns, as well as we used to write some kind of queries in order to update the data, to delete the data, in order to read all the data. We had different kind of queries in order to manipulate the data as well as read the data. But here, in this case of MongoDB, we need to create a schema. Why? Because in case of MongoDB, we do not save our data in the form of a relation or in row or columns. But here, we store our data in which format? In the previous class, I have told you. Tell me.
JSON.
JSON format.
In the JSON format.
JSON format.
Correct. All right.
JSON format, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, MongoDB store data in a BSON format, na?
JSON format.
Yeah. So so that stores the data in JSON format. So for MongoDB to store data in that format, we need to create different fields of data. The same thing that we do in MySQL. At first, we provide the fields of storing the data, right? Like in MySQL, we used to write create table and this name, and then we used to mention the name, the description, price, image, stock, etc. things of our respective products, isn't it?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
But I go through the Mongoose manuals.
Yeah.
So I see the MongoDB stores the data in a BSON format, binary JSONs. This is a machine understandable code.
Yeah, it's a machine understandable code, and we will see how the data gets stored in MongoDB.
Actually, I passed the data in a JSON format, and internally MongoDB servers convert it into a BSON format.
I understand your query, Kishan, but you need to keep a little bit of patience so that I get into that. I need to, yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Now coming on to the schema creation. In order to create the schema of Mongoose database, at first we have to import. And since I'm using the module type over here, I have to go to my package.json file. And here, instead of common.js, I will write module. I will go back to my models. So here I will write import Mongoose from Mongoose. After importing this, I will create a variable const product schema is equal to new, and here I will write the schema function of Mongoose in order to create a Mongoose schema. And inside this, I am going to mention different fields such as name of the product, and here I will be providing the type of the field, that is the name is going to be the string. And since I want the user to provide name of the product and I want to make it a mandatory field, for that purpose, I will provide a required keyword. And here the value will be true. Followed by the name, I will also provide the description of the product. And here the description is also going to be string. See, here you can mention the type of data in this way, that is type is going to be string, or else you can also write string in this way. And description, I will not make it mandatory. So, which is why I'm not providing required keyword for description. After that, I will provide the price of the product. And then here, I will provide the type of the price as number. The type is done, and here I will make it a mandatory field. So required is going to be true. And then I will provide the image of the product. And in the image also, I will provide the data type as string. After the image, I will provide stock. Here I will provide type as number, so that the user get to know how many how many items of that particular data is available with the admin. And then if no stock is there, the default value of the stock is going to be 0. And then after the stock, I will provide category string. The purpose behind providing the category is that if we are creating the front end of the website, in Flipkart, you might have seen different kind of categories of products. Say, for example, you get different kind of jeans when you select the jeans category. You get different kind of sweaters when you get the sweater category. You select different kind of, like you select, if you select the electronics item, over there also you get all the things related to the electronics, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So for that purpose, we can also mention the category over here. And finally, I will provide one more thing, that is timestamp. And the purpose behind timestamp is that I will make it true. And the purpose behind providing the timestamp is that when we will provide the timestamp over there inside my Mongoose database, we will be able to see when our data has been created and when our data has been updated. So this timestamp is necessary in order to get the details of the updation as well as creation of our data, the exact date and time. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So since we have created a module over here, we need to export that module as well. So in order to export all these things so that we will be able to use in different files such as server.js, product controller, product route, etc., we have to use it, right? So in order to use this in different files, how can we export it? We have to export it by using default mongoose.model. And here I will write product separated by a comma. I will mention the function name, that is product schema. So whenever we need this product schema in different files, we have to import it using the product word. Understood till this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any doubts with you people in this file?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right. So over here we have created the schema for our products, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in same way, you can create a user, you can update a user, you can delete a user, or else you can also get the users. So for that purpose, when you are performing the CRUD operations with the user, inside the models only, you can also create user.js. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
Yes.
it depends upon you people, which thing you want to create, read, update, and delete in the website. Depending upon that, there will be different kind of files in your models folder. Now coming on to the product controller. Inside the product controller, I will import product. As I have told you that whenever I will need to use these models, product models, I will use the product word in order to import it. From where? From this models folder,
Product model.js.
and inside this product model.js. And here I will create different kind of functions. See, this controller file contains your actual business logic, where you have to write the logic behind creating the product, updating, reading, deleting, and reading the product. So in this controller file only, we write the actual logic. So over here, if I want to create the product, first of all, I will write export so that we do not forget, even if we forget to export the function later, so that if we mention the export keyword in the very initial state of creating a function, we do not get any kind of error. And here I will write const. And the name of my function is going to be create product is equal to, here I am going to make an async function. Parameters will be request and response. And this is the arrow function. Inside this, I will initialize a try catch. inside the try block, I will create a variable using const keyword, that is product, is equal to. So raise your hands whoever have coded with Java. Okay, so many of people. So Sneha, can you tell me which keyword do we use whenever we make some new entry in Java, or we require a space in memory?
It's a new keyword.
Exactly. The way we use the new keyword in Java, we have to use the new keyword as well. Why? Since we are creating something inside a database, over there we required some kind of space or memory, isn't it?
Yes.
So for that purpose, we will use a new keyword. So here I will write product. So this product is the same that I have imported from the models product model.js. Inside this, I will write request.body. Why? Because while we are creating a product, what we do? We are sending the request to the server, right?
Right.
And can you predict what thing do we need to provide while we are creating a product? What all information about the product do we need to provide?
A schema of the product.
Exactly. We need to provide the schema of the product whenever we are creating a new product. So over there, I will create a new variable that is saved is equal to, I will provide await product dot saves. After creating the new product, the second step that we have to do is we have to save the product inside the database. And then we will provide the status of 201 201 with a JSON message saved. Which means that at first what we are doing, we are creating a new product by providing a request inside the body. And then after creating the new product, we save the product. In the third step, we are providing the user. How are we knowing that the user is getting a response?
Can you repeat it, ma'am?
How are we getting to know that the user is getting a response in this line?
By 200
Whenever
Can any one of you tell?
Status code, ma'am, 201.
no,
And before-
by the saved message name.
Along
Yeah,
with the
it is
201 saved message.
saved message.
Yeah. So
Display
over
on
here,
on a prompt.
all right. So over here, we are sending the user the response with the status code 201, providing the user all the information which is present inside the saved variable, which means all those data which we are saving inside our MongoDB using the save method is being provided to the user. And if any error occurs over there, over here we will print res.status. And if this error is there, it will provide the status code of 400 with a JSON message. Okay, inside this, yeah, I will write message. And this message is going to be error dot message. All right. This is how we are creating a product inside our Mongoose database. And then what we are doing, we are reading the products. Like if someone wants to know how many products are there in the server, then in order to read all those products, we will create a function that is export const get all products is equal to. Here also, I will create an asynchronous function. So for that, I will write async and then I will pass request and response in the parameters. This is going to be an arrow function, and this is the function body. Inside this function body also, I will create the try catch block. Inside the try block, I will write const products, and this products variable will have await is equal to await product dot find, and using this it should be find, and using the find method, what we are doing, we are finding all the products which are present inside our Mongoose database. So whenever we want to read something from our database, we use this find method. Understood till this much?
Yes, ma'am.
And then after finding all the data and saving it inside the products variable, we will provide the user with a JSON message. And in that JSON message, we will provide, inside the JSON, I will write products, so that user gets all the data which is stored inside the products variable. And if any error occurs over here for this function, then we will pass it to the cache block. And this cache block will respond with a status of 5000, that is 500 actually. And here with a JSON message, it will provide error dot message. That's it. Till now, we have created the product as well as we have read the product. The two things that we are left to do is we will fetch our product using a particular ID of the product. Okay, let me show these two functions to you people. So if we go to the product route, here we will create the route in order to like you will get to know after I'll write the code. So here I will import express from express, and then I will import, and here I'm going to import what all things, that is create product from the controllers, and then I will also import the create is done get all products from the controllers. After importing them, I will use const router is equal to express dot router. So router is the middleware of the express, with the help of which we provide routes to our APIs. So here I will write router dot post. Why are we using the post method? Can anybody guess?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell?
Ma'am, if we use the get, if you in EJS format, forms only takes the two methods, get or post. If you want to update, if you want to send a put request or patch request, then you have to require a package is called a method loading, and in
All
or
right,
in
Kishan, you can. All
or
right,
in
okay. Got your point, Kishan. You can switch off.
or in post method, the
I got your point, Kishan.
okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So over here, we are using the post request because we are creating a new user, right? So when we are creating a user, we are posting something to the server. So post is one of the HTTP methods which is used in order to create a new thing inside the server. So when we are creating something, we will send the post request. Or else, if we are searching for something and we want to read the data, then we will use the get method. And if we want to update something, we will use the put HTTP method. And if we want to delete some data, over there we will use the delete HTTP method. So since we are creating a new product inside our server, so for this purpose we are using the post HTTP method. So when the API endpoint is empty, then it will execute the create product function that we have imported from the controllers. And then we will write router dot get, and then I will provide the same empty endpoint with the get method, and this will execute the get all products function which is present inside the controller. So these routes have been declared, and here I will export default router. I will save it. So here I will go to the server.js file. So this thing that you are seeing is nothing but my Mongo URI, which I will use in order to connect my Node.js to my MongoDB. So here I will import Express from Express, and then I will import Mongoose from Mongoose. After importing the Mongoose, I will import product routes. Product routes from, it should be the routes folder and then the product. So this product route file has been imported with a variable name product routes. Understood? After importing all these things, we will write const app is equal to, what should I write after that? Can anybody tell me?
मैम एक्सप्रेस
ऐप एक्सप्रेस फंक्शन को कॉल करेंगे.
And then I will write app dot use
Relation.
express dot json, so that we can fetch the data in a JSON format. And then we will use app dot use course. So for that purpose, we need to import the courses. From course. So we have also imported our course and using it, and then I will write app.use, and here I will provide the endpoint. And the endpoint, in order to perform the CRUD operation with the product is that I will provide API, and then I will provide products. After calling these APIs, this will provide the product routes. So whichever method I have provided inside the product routes can be accessed inside the URL using these API endpoints. And then I am going to connect Mongoose dot connect, and here I will pass my Mongo URI. Alright, this is my Mongo URI, and after providing the Mongo URI as the first parameter, we can mention a couple of keywords, that is use new URL parser, and we can provide it true. And then we can also provide use unified topology. So these are the optional variables that you may use or may not use, which will not cause any effect to your connection of the MongoDB database. Dot. So if it gets connected, then it will provide. If it's connected, then it will provide function saying console.log connected to MongoDB. And if any error occurs, then it will return that error using the catch boolean. Console.error connecting to the MongoDB. And then it will provide us the actual error. That's it. Here we have done using our route, and we have also connected to our Mongoose database. And then one more thing that we are left to do is we will use app dot. For that we need to create app code by using const code is equal to 888. And then I will write app dot listen. Inside this, I will provide the port number as the first parameter. Along with that, I will provide an arrow function. Here I will write console.log. Inside the backticks, I will write server is running on port. Within the $sign and curly braces, I will write the port number. Save this. I'll go to the package.json. I will save this as well. Here I will save this. Here I will save this. So what are the required fields over here? The required fields are name, price. So in order to test our APIs, we need to have our postman. We will open the postman. Allow. So here is our postman, and here I will provide my port number 88. And here my API endpoints will be API and then products. And after this, we will minimize this and then we'll run our server. So here, in order to run the server, I will write node-mon server.js.
उसके ऊपर रखा है चलाने का रोज रोज नई चीजें हैं बस यही पागलपन भरा है उसे एक बार साफ नहीं कर पाती है
Cannot find module product route. Okay. It should be product route.js. Save it again. Product controller from product route. But here it should also be product controller.js. Save it again. All right. So here the server is running all right, and it is also got connected to the MongoDB. So keep this thing in your mind that whenever we are using the module type instead of common JS, we should also mention that .js extension after the file name. So here our server is running, and using the body, I will send the request to the server. So inside the body, what all things do I need to have? Tell me fast.
Name.
Okay. So which product do you want to create? Let's create a laptop. After the name, what else did we provide in the module?
Price.
Description.
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 Okay. It's the description, and the description will say this is a Gen 11 laptop with 16 GB RAM and Windows 11. That's it. After the description, what else did you provide?
Price.
And price is going to be 58,000. After the price, what do we have?
Category. Stock. Image, ma'am.
Okay, we are having stock, right?
Image,
Stock
ma'am.
is 10. Image is not mandatory, which is why I will not provide the image. And finally, what do we have?
Category, ma'am.
So we will get this laptop whenever the user selects the electronic category. That's it. And we will send our request. Let's provide this. Send again. Copy this. Go to 9. Here I will provide the group number.
8.
Products, right?
Yeah.
Inside the body,
Ma'am, select post method, ma'am.
we post. Here I will put these things. Okay, they might have some issues like this. Let's see. So let's develop all the APIs and then we will see, we will run it again. So till now we have created the product as we have, and also along with that we have got the products. So in order to get, what if you want to update a product, a particular product present inside your database? So for that purpose, what you need to have is, you need to have the ID, particular ID of a product. Why? Because the ID is varies from product to product. For one product, there can be different ID, and for another product, there can be different ID. So in order to update a particular ID, we can get the product by that particular ID. So for that, I will create another API with export const get product by ID. Product by ID is equal to another async function. Inside this, we will pass request and response as parameters. And here inside the function, we will again mention the try catch loop. Inside the try block, we will write const product is equal to await product
Dot find by
find
by
by
ID.
and
And
here I will write
request dot pedams.
Kishan. I know that many of you present inside the meeting know very well about these backend and all those things. Even if you are present inside the meeting, but rest of the people who doesn't know also need to learn, right? So you people have to open your mics whenever I will ask you the questions by taking your name, and you people are not allowed to open your mics in between. And one more thing that I have to say is that I will ask you the question during the project review. So over there, I will see how much of knowledge you people are having, right? So while I am teaching in the class, it is for all and for the beginners as well. So here I will write request.params dot ID. All right. Kishan, open your mic.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry,
Yeah.
ma'am. For
No
interrupt.
issues. All right, no issues. Can you explain why are we writing request.params.id over here?
Because we access the ID key value pairs of our requests. Whenever request comes,
We get the idea of the product.
it may be get the
I've
idea
asked
of the
Kishan
product
only. Who is the one?
and the request of the method is get method. Then we call request.params.
Kishan, you are allowed to speak in Hindi as well. Can you explain it in a better way?
मैम जब फ्रंट एंड से कोई रिक्वेस्ट आएगी तो वो गेट रिक्वेस्ट के थ्रू अगर कोई रिक्वेस्ट आती है तो वो स्ट्रिंग क्यूडी के फॉर्म में ये आईडी हमें पास कर आएगी फ्रंट एंड से और उसको हम एक्सेस कर रहे हैं request.params.id से.
So over here, as Kishan have said that since we are requesting the ID of the product as well inside the parameter, and what do we exactly mean by the parameter? Inside the URIs, we are providing the endpoints, and over there we have to mention the ID of the product as well, which is why inside the find by ID method, we are providing request since we are requesting the ID, params, and then ID. And then if inside the bracket, I'm providing product, which means if the product is existing inside the database. If product, then response JSON product. Which means if the product is existing inside the database, then it will respond with a JSON message, and in that JSON message, the entire data which is present inside the product variable will be provided to the user for that particular ID. And if any error occurs, over there, it will also provide the error using else statement. else response dot status, and here it will provide the 404 dot JSON, and inside the JSON it will provide the message
Ma'am,
that is product not found.
is this 404 error code or something else?
You might have come across the 404 error whenever you are using some kind of website. Over there it shows, right, the error 404 file not found.
Okay.
So the server provides this status code 404 whenever something
Can you
does not
explain the
exist
params?
inside the system. See, the params keyword, if you if you hover over this params is used so that it is used so that whenever we are passing something inside the URI. See, for example, you are passing the ID of that particular product inside the URI. So this params keyword is very important. Did you get the idea now? Why are we using the params?
Yes, ma'am.
So it will provide us the product, provide us with a message that is product not found. If the product does not exist inside the database, and if any error occurs, it will provide us with a status code 500 with a JSON message. Error dot message. So we are also getting the product by its particular ID, and then we will create another function in order to update the product. So I will select this entire function, update, paste it. And name of the function is going to be update product. Here I will write update product. And this will be the same inside the try catch block. I will write const updated await and then product. Here I will write, instead of find by ID, I will write find by ID and update. Inside this,
Here find by ID and update is the method, ma'am.
Find by ID and update is the built-in method.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
So after this request.params.id, to provide request.body. Can anybody tell me why are we? All right, I am going to tell me. I am going to tell why are we providing the request.body, because here we are updating the product, right? So we need to provide some kind of data in order to replace the old data. So in order to replace the old data, we are providing a new data inside the body, which we are sending a request for updation. So for that purpose, we are providing request.body. Along with that, we will also provide object inside this and will write new and true. Why? Because this data will also contain some kind of memory. So this is also a new data, which is why we are writing new. And here I will write if updated, it will respond with updated data. Else, it will provide the same thing, that is product not found. And rest of the things are going to be same. After this, finally, what I will do, I will delete the product. So I will paste the same thing. Yeah.
Ma'am, in Mongoose, can we are using the use state?
I'm not getting your point. Can you please repeat?
Ma'am, can I use MongoDB? Use state or not? Use state.
Use state is for the front end, Abhijit.
Okay.
From where did you got to learn this term use state?
What, ma'am?
Where did you got to learn this term use state? I have not taught you people the front end till now.
As I previously learned, ma'am, that's why I'm asking to you.
Which is why I say whenever you are sitting to learn something, be with a open, like blank canvas. Learn whichever things you are getting instead of applying the previous knowledge. Because you will mess up all the things which you are having previously inside your mind and the thing that you are getting. See over here, Abhijit was having a previous knowledge about the use state, which is the half knowledge.
Okay.
And we use the use state in the front end. So when I will teach you people the front end, then I will tell you about the use state. So for now, concentrate over here. So in order to delete the product, we are also creating an API. Over here, I will write deleted. And here I will provide find by ID and delete. Over here, I will pass the same thing, that is request.params.id. Why? Because in order to delete something, that should be a particular thing. So how the server will get to know which data do we want to delete? The server will be able to know through its ID. Whichever ID we are providing inside that UI, that ID will tell the server that the product related to this particular ID should be deleted. And then if deleted, then respond with a message. Here it should provide product successfully deleted.
Ma'am,
Else?
you write deleted in a caps.
Okay, it will be lowercase. And rest of the things are going to be the same. Save it. And here, coming to the route. From here, I will also import get product by ID. And I will import update product. Along with that, I will import the delete. So in order to create the product, we are using the API endpoint as create. And in order to read the product, we are using the blank endpoint. And here, in order to provide router.get I will provide the API endpoint. And here I will write ID. And then I will write get product by ID. And then I will also mention the router for updating the product. So for that, so which method should I use in order to update the product?
Ma'am,
Post method.
Put method, ma'am.
Put,
Post
yes,
method.
ma'am. Put या patch method. Usually.
Finally, I will delete it. That's it. I will save it again. And coming on to server.js, I will write. Yeah, this should be the same. Write the URL. Localhost. So here should be post body. No, why is this taking so much of time to send the response?
It takes so much time now.
All right, we will see the output in the next class. It's already 8 o'clock. So if are there any doubts inside the APIs of you people, then we can ask me. Or else we can leave the meeting. Are there any doubts on the APIs that we have just created?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Are you people clear with each and every line that I have taught you in this class?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can leave the meeting.
Ma'am,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Yeah,
you, ma'am.
Roshan, is there any doubt with you?
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am, what about attendance?
Okay. Attendance will be taken itself by the Google.